And gentlemen, we are going to talk about this atrocious San Antonio Spurs game versus the Washington Wizards. I got a lot to say about it, but before we do, quick word from our sponsor, BetUS.
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything, anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
All right, big shout out to BetUS, the sponsor for this video, this live stream, and this channel for the season. When you support sponsors, you support me, okay? So please check out BetUS. What is it? Well, you can bet on parlays. There's so many different things as far as sports books, live betting, casinos, even daily fantasy at that point. I mean, if there is a game that's on, you best believe there's something in there regarding over under rebounds, over under points, over under assists. There's so many different things that you can bet on, and we're going to take a look at it right here. So if you go to basketball, because that's what we care about, now let's see what our San Antonio Spurs chances are of winning. Wait, there's a special one here. 2023 2024 NBA champion. What is this one? I haven't seen this one before. NBA championship, first time winner. Oh, that's super specific. Okay, I'm kind of interested in this one. I'm sorry, we're gonna do this one, then we're gonna go to that one. I'm actually interested in what the odds are on that one. But yeah, so if we can see here, this is NBA championship specials as far as Eastern Conference, Western Conference, as far as who will be the NBA championship winner. Oh no, I think they changed it. Oh, they changed it. Hold on, they changed it. No, that's fine. We'll look at this one. Western Conference winner. So let's see where our San Antonio Spurs are. We're not even on this list. Western Conference winner. I guess we have literally no shot now. Is that what this means? I think that means we have literally no shot of winning the Western Conference anymore. You can't even bet on that. I would do the Clippers. I think that would be a decent one. Plus 300. That ain't bad. So all you do is click the money line. Head on over here to risk. See what it comes at. Is 25 give you 75. Pretty neat. But like, let's take a look at the other one though. Actually, I'm interested if it'll go back. All right, let's see. Here it is. First time winners. Oh, will there be a first time? Oh, it's as simple as that. I thought you choose them specifically. Okay, yes or no. So yes is plus 300. That's a tough one. I don't know. Like, the only one I could think of is probably the Clippers. Minnesota might be. I'll be honest in saying I didn't realize they would be a first-time winner. God, we're blessed to be Spurs fans. Let's see. Let's do... So it'll be the same as the other one. You do 25, and that's what, 75? Yeah, same thing. Okay, pretty interesting nonetheless. But anyways, link in the description, okay? You'll receive 125% bonus. That means that you put in $100, that's $225 to play with. But yeah, big shout out to BetUS. And once again, if you support the sponsors, you support me. So hey, at least click that link, man. Take a look. All right, so let's talk about this game, guys. Let's talk about this game. I don't care that Ruru's on your... Ruru was nowhere to be seen when Sochan has good games. I really don't care, okay? One thing that's been consistent with my argument, one thing that's consistent and why I'm right on this is because there's certain players on this team that if they have a poor performance offensively, I can still at least justify them being on the court. And unfortunately, with the Spurs right now, there's some players that you cannot actively justify unless you're truly ignorant about what their game even is or what they're bringing to the team. You can justify them even being on the court if they're not scoring. There's certain players like that, okay? And there's certain players that really mess things up in key situations. Hey, what are you doing? Uh-oh. There she is. She hasn't done that in a while. You just want to say hey to the people? You just want to say hey to the people? It's okay. It's okay. Do you know you're on camera right now? She was really upset about that Spurs game too. Me and Mikasa did not like that game whatsoever. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Okay, I have no idea what you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go on my tangent. I'm gonna talk about this game, and I'll just look at what you guys are saying in a little bit. All right, first and foremost, terrible performance. Okay, from everybody. Terrible performance. Terrible performance from Wemby. Terrible performance from Sochan. Terrible performance from. Actually, Champagny was all right. He wasn't. Yeah. It's one of those where you have to actually watch the game. Not a terrible game from Trey Jones by any means. I think Trey Jones played pretty solid, but he just did his job. That's the thing with him. He does his job, right? So I nothing really to talk about there. But the game as a whole was just absolutely dreadful, okay? The problems that the Spurs were having was that Wemby, he couldn't get going. I felt like the team as a whole, and this is just a vibe. I could be completely off on this. But my vibe was that last game was a very important win. It was the best win of the season, and they might have been feeling themselves a little bit because they've been playing so well in the month of January, and they've been playing very complete games, and they finally broke through. You know, they finally broke through and got a big win on a very good team, and maybe they were just feeling themselves a little bit because the Wizards, they came out and attacked, especially Sochan, by the way, mind you, because Sochan, last time he played the Wizards, he had a pretty good game, and the Wizards are pretty bad when it comes to protecting the paint from power forwards. Like, power forwards have a lot of good games against them, especially over the past week or two. So Sochan came in attack mode, and he just wasn't there. I mean, he was fumbling the ball around, missing shots, wasn't great offensively. Defensively, still did his thing. I thought he played very well defensively, and that's my justification for him being on the court. But offensively, he was not there. And then Wemby, I don't know. Both ends of the court, he wasn't the same Wemby that, you know, we've seen over the last weeks, this entire season. But he did at least get 3 blocks. But if you just looking at stat, that's why you can't stat watch. If you were actually watching the game, Wemby was not. He just wasn't. He wasn't who you thought he was. Did you see Wesley's blue nails though? They were fire. Wesley's had colored nails the whole season, I think, by the way. But yeah, anyways, so Wemby, not great. Sochan, not great, not in the game. Trey Jones, he was okay, you know. Devin Vassell, he was streaky in this game, which is kind of insane because if you're watching if you would have watched the game, went to the bathroom, and then came back, you would have thought that he was like, oh my God, he's like 10 for 10, because he would have these stretches where he looks unstoppable, and then he just kind of disappears. And then he's unstoppable again, and then he just disappears. And then he's unstoppable again. It was very frustrating with Vassell. I just feel like everyone in the starting lineup wasn't 100% there, you know? Champagny did his thing. You know, can't really put too much on him. But anyways, yeah, so no one was really in their headspace there. And a young team, you're going to make that mistake sometimes, but there's no excuses. You should have won this game. Like, no. You got to win this game. Wemby looked gassed. Maybe. I mean, he had his very first back-to-back, and then he went against the Wizards. So, I mean, went against the Wizards. Like, that's a tougher matchup. But, I mean, let's be honest, Bagley and Gafford's pretty doggone good. Anyways, bench. Don Barlow. He did fine. I think the problem with him is they just kept calling fouls on him because he couldn't keep up with Bagley. Like, let's just be real. That last foul was terrible, though. The Tyus Jones one, that was terrible. I don't know what the heck the ref saw there. Was not vibing with that whatsoever. Doug McDermott, for the most part, just did his job. 2 for 4 from 3. Can't really get too mad at that. But once again, defensive liability, okay? Osman, this is maybe the best game he had this season. I'm kind of just going off of vibes here. I just feel like this is the best one. I mean, I watched all the games except the Toronto one. I missed a big chunk of the Toronto one, but I think this was his best game. At least it felt like it. It was a good game in a long time. I'll say that. So Osman did fine offensively. You had somewhat of a reason to keep him out there because he was scoring offensively, right? Keldon Johnson, I'll get to you in a minute. Blake Wesley, God, dude, Blake Wesley's defense. Oh my God, he showed up. He showed up today. Wesley, Osman, Jones did okay. Those 3, I was very pleased with. Okay, I was okay with them. But man, Blake Wesley, woo, Blake Wesley, woo. Gafford kept flopping too. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Unfortunately, Don Barlow's just not going to get those calls. He's not a center, and we have to keep putting him in center, you know? We got to keep putting him in center, and that's very frustrating. So, overall, that's how I felt about player by player by player basis. And let's go ahead and talk about Keldon Johnson. Oh, my God. I know. It's like, hey, the Clan, he went 5 for 10 from the field. He went 50%. Yeah, I know. Look, let me go ahead and say this, because before anybody whines about it, I said it, okay? Listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth, please. Sochan and Wemby had bad games. They weren't necessarily there, all right? Sochan, okay? Listen. Okay, listen. Sochan had a bad game. He had a bad game. Offensively, he had a bad game, okay? He had a bad game. I can justify him being out there, but he had a bad game. Offensively, he had a bad game. I said this on many occasions. I'm not expecting Sochan to score 20-something points average in his career. He's not that type of player. It's going to be stretches like this, okay? But what I do believe is that he's kind of an X factor with some of these games, right? Like, he needs to have a pretty decent game offensively, and that really helps. But he had a bad game, all right? We all cool with that? We cool with saying that Sochan had a bad game? All right, cool. Keldon, geez. This happens over and over and over and over and over and over and over. In these key moments, Keldon Johnson makes some horrendous decisions. I mean, his self-awareness in it's just horrible decisions, guys. It's just horrible decisions down the stretch. And I wouldn't get like too critical of it if he was like super. I mean, he's young in the grand scheme of things, right? But he's like 24. I mean, he's close to Tatum's age. This just isn't going to get better. He hasn't really gotten better in his career. He just hasn't. I mean, if you go back and you look at how he was 2 years ago, his stats are merely identical. Two different teams, merely identical. He's the same player, and he's going to be this player. I don't think he'll get that much better. It's just frustrating, especially since he can have games where he can go off and he can be that spark plug off the bench. But I'll just be real with you. I'm not mad at Keldon as just a player like, oh, I think he's trash or I think he's bad, okay? I wouldn't say any of that. I think that that's going way too far. I think the problem right now is he would just be better off with a different team. I think he would be better off with a team that's surrounded by defenders, a team that has more shooters, because, I mean, his game is predicated off of literally just driving into the paint. Maybe that could open things up for him. Unfortunately, with our team, we won't have that for a while, and I don't know if we want to wait it out and see how things go, or we would just want to just part ways while his value is pretty high, or at least decently high, I would expect. I don't know the market, but I'm just assuming based on some of his productivity and what teams know about him. So I mean, I just think a championship team will really utilize him. He has really quick hands, so he's done a good job of getting steals. I think over the last two games, actually. I think the last two games he's gotten steals. So he's a good opportunist on that front. As far as defense, guys are shooting 50-something% on him on ball defense. 3-point percentage, I think it's 38 to 39% that they're getting when Keldon is guarding them. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. And I feel like sometimes the better our team gets, the worse he looks at times. And I think this game was one of those. Well, I mean, everyone looked bad in this game, but this game in particular was just another one that we could add in the bag of late game decision making was dreadful, dude. Dreadful. Actually, we'll just play it. Let's see. We're gonna risk copyright. All right, this is how much I love you. Let's see. Here it is. All right. So Ty Yeager ended up posting this, actually. Ty said, after the Kuzma air ball, the Spurs have a chance to tie it. This possession starts in Keldon's hands and ends by. And this happens all the time, by the way. This has happened multitude of times. Clan, would you want Jakob back? maybe, possibly. I don't know how much. I don't know how much he fits. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't start him with Wemby, and then at that point, it's kind of like, what's the point? I mean, I guess we could have him coming off the bench with Dom. I don't know, actually. I don't know. I'll have to think on that. Sorry, sidetrack. Just heads straight for the rim with blinders on. Defense collapses as they would expect. Loses the handle and just desperately throws it away for the backcourt. He does this over and over and over and over again. Okay, so you have Keldon coming down. He drives. You can see Wemby's wide open. Mind you, if this was another player, people would lose their minds about this. Okay, I'm just kidding. Spurs fans are losing their minds about this play. So he turns around. He has no intention of passing the ball, but mind you, he sees the defender, lose the ball slightly. He has a chance to recover the ball. Wemby smartly thinks that Keldon's going to pick up the ball, and he makes a cut, and it would have been an easy dunk. Keldon panics and just throws the ball away. So he held the ball too long. The defense did exactly what they're going to do, which is collapse, which makes sense because that's all you really have to do with Keldon. You just collapse. And yeah, he just throws the ball away. And this is just one of those situations where I wouldn't get upset if it was just like one play, but it happens all the time. And that's the problem. This just happens over and over and over and over again to the point where this is just the player he is. And I'm not necessarily expecting him to get that much better. I feel like I won't go as far as to say he's hit his ceiling, but I don't think his ceiling is that far up from where he is right now. I just don't. Defense hasn't really improved. Like I say, he has quick hands at times, but his defense hasn't really improved. He's the same player offensively, mind you. I don't know. And like I said, if he's not scoring, you can't truly justify him being on the court. He makes decisions like this. He's not just, if you replace Keldon with just, some 3-and-D guy, which we'll get into that when we talk about the tier list. But if you replace him with some just 3-and-D guy, you just pass it to Wemby. Just pass it. Look, that's easy right there. That's wide open. He's spinning. He has every intention. Just no awareness. Just no awareness that they would attempt to come in, to collapse. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, it's just one of those, man, where it's like I'm not even mad at this point. It just happens over and over. Now, I heard Sean Elliott. I think Sean Elliott said this. No. I think he said it based on the rebound. Where Gafford got the rebound. And he said, you shouldn't have been in that situation to begin with, which I do agree. But at the same time, Wemby was fouled on that play. But I do agree. And this is one of those things where this is what puts you in those situations, Yeah, but that's all I got to say. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on. Okay, all right. Ruru, what are you talking about? Who did Pop trust to have on the floor? That late game situation wasn't Mr. Phenomenal. Who's Mr. Phenomenal? I don't know who Mr. Phenomenal is. I don't know. I don't know who's Mr. Phenomenal. I don't know. I don't give a F. Keldon is not perfect, but Pop flips his role often. He always takes the blame. Keldon has had the, oh my God. Keldon comes off the bench and he's the exact same player. This is who he is. Okay. I don't know what role's getting flipped. I have no idea what you're talking about. He's the same player. He played the same role 2 years ago. He played the same role yesterday. The only difference is he's coming off the bench. You got to chill. Jeez, good God. You don't really show up like this when, I don't know. I just think you have like a crazy bias when it comes to Keldon, to be real with you. Yeah, I'm gonna be biased. Ish irks me. It was the same BS with White and DJ. What was the same BS at White and DJ? What are you talking about? What? When I was right about. All right, Ruru. I'm sitting it down. I'm sitting it down. I'm gonna say this, okay? I'm right, okay? You're wrong. You're always wrong. You've been wrong. You protected DeJounte Murray forever. And then as soon as he leaves the San Antonio Spurs, and then you jump on DeJounte Murray was quite immature. Really? I've been right this entire time. White is having a phenomenal year with Celtics. Phenomenal career with the Celtics thus far. What do you mean it was the same thing with White and DJ? I was right. I've been right this entire time. What are you talking about? I'm not perfect. Yeah, I make mistakes here and there. I mean, I didn't know that Joshua Primo would be, but yeah. I've been right. You've been wrong. And I guarantee you, whenever the San Antonio Spurs trade Keldon Johnson, hold on. Do I need to write this down? Let me write down this date. Okay, we're going to go back to the stream. If the Spurs were to trade Keldon Johnson, I'm going to look for your replies, okay? I'm going to see how you feel about it. We're going to give you some time. It is January 29th, 2024. I'm going to know what this means. I underlined it. It's going right here. All right. It's right on my PC. All right. We're going to revisit this day. I am not going to forget this. Okay. You're absolutely ridiculous. You're absolutely ridiculous. It was the same BS with White and DJ. Wow. Great assessment. Beautiful assessment. Ruru. Perfect. What are you talking about? Jeez. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up, man. I don't know what to tell you, Ruru. Oh my God. I have not been wrong, but you prove my exact point every time. Your bias always shines when you like a player. Ruru. You know what would make me biased towards a player over another? High basketball IQ. A lot of talent. That's what would make me biased over another player, okay? Yes, I can like a player's personality, right? But if I don't think that they're performing on the court, then I'm not going to sit there and act like they're so great. That's what we. And also, you have a crazy bias. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And the reason why Sochan gets so much love, I'm just going to be real with you. The reason why he gets so much love on my Twitter, social media, and obviously this platform is because he gets way too much hate for being as young as he is. He gets so much hate. Do you see me? Malachi Branham has had terrible defensive lapses. Malachi Branham has not been good defensively. Do you see me going out of my way to talk poorly about Malachi Branham? As a person, I like all these guys on this team. As a person, I like all of them. I think all of them fit culturally. I do. I think all of them seem like decent guys. I don't know them personally. It's from the outside looking in, but that's how I feel about them. You were so upset when I used to talk about DeJounte Murray, but unfortunately, I didn't think DeJounte Murray fit with the team, like basketball wise. And on top of it, I didn't think that he culturally fit with a lot of the stuff that he was doing when he was with the team. It was a lot of hissy fits when he was with the team. And now he's doing the same thing with Atlanta. I was right about DJ. That's all. Oh my God. Clan, you can't be serious. You don't hype up Malachi. Why would I hype up Malachi? Malachi isn't there yet. Why would I hype up Malachi? I talked highly of Malachi at times, but why would I hype up Malachi? He's not there right now. Right now with the Spurs, where he fits, it just doesn't fit. Malachi, the Spurs have him being more of a catch and shoot 3-point shooter. That's not the type of player he is. He needs the ball in his hands. He's a pick and roll guy. And right now with the Spurs, he looks really bad. Similar to Keldon, because his defense isn't that great. And when he's out there and he can't contribute offensively, not really much use for him. So why would I hype up Malachi right now? I don't even understand your point, honestly. Oh my God. You're tired of you gassing up Sochan. Okay, well, you know what? Stop hating on Sochan so much, all right? And then maybe we can... This is equilibrium, all right? You talk so much trash about Sochan that I just even it out. Whatever. I don't know. I actually do like him as a basketball player, actually, kind of. I think he's actually pretty good. I don't know. I think you guys are just tripping. I don't know. Comparing a like 5-year player to a sophomore. I don't know. You're in your own head. Whatever. I don't know. July. Only guy Clan Glaze was Primo. That's it. And I did. I'm be honest. That is true. I talked very highly of Primo. And Primo wasn't getting any hate, really. I did hype up Primo. I still stand by what I said before, by the way. I do think Primo had a lot of potential with the team. So, yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. Stop the backhanded compliments. What'd I say? I didn't compliment you at all, Ruru. Wait, hold on, actually. You might be talking about somebody else. Stop it. I can call out my favorites when they trash. You said the A word, but I said trash and still love them. You find excuses for call out Keldon, dude. I never see you say anything about Keldon. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Did I not? I'm sorry. Ruru, look here. You see, how long have we been? Let's see. All right, this segment's been going on for 26 minutes. Go back like 15 minutes and then look at what I said about Sochan. All right, you're in your own head right now. I don't know. You're hearing something else. You're not watching my stream. You're watching another stream, actually. Okay? You're not listening to a word I said. What did I say about Sochan this game? Actually, chat. Anybody, what did I say about Sochan this game? What did I say? You can't call out the players that you like. What did I say about Sochan? What did I say about Wemby? Funny enough, Wemby's my favorite player on this team. If we're talking favorites, he's my favorite. What did I say about Wemby? What did I say about Sochan? Did I Sochan or Primo Jr.? Oh, don't say that. That's not good. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound like a good thing at all. Oh my God. Exactly. Sochan's offense trash in this game. Him and Wemby played bad. That's what I said. Exactly. And I also said, Sochan defensively was fine, but I said offensively, it was bad. I said you can justify him being in the game because of his defense, but offensively, he was terrible. I said he was dreadful. He was awful in this game. Okay. But I also said he is a glue guy. I'm not expecting him to have good stats, but this game he played poorly. Same thing with Wemby. I said Wemby on both ends of the court was not necessarily himself. Played sloppy. That's what I said. So where is it that I'm not calling out players? Or do you just not want me to call him trash like you keep calling him? That's what I'm saying. Like you can't call people out. You can't just call people out. Like it's not good enough. It's not good enough for me to sit here and say Sochan had a bad game. You want me to go in and say that this player is trash. Like you want me to say this second-year player is trash when I know what type of player he is. I think you're expecting him to go out there and be like Allen Iverson or Kevin Durant. I don't know what you expect Sochan to be. I don't know what you think he is. But what I'm saying is the type of role that he's going to be playing when we're actually a winning team is going to be helpful. He's going to be a glue guy. There's people that call Draymond Green absolute trash. And offensively, you might have a point as far as shooting wise. But all the things that he brings to the Warriors, yeah, he's a valuable player. That's how I view Sochan. He's going to need like better players around him so he can actually look decent. But yeah, it's not good enough for me to just call him out. It's not good enough for me to say, hey, he had a bad game. He had a trash game. And I would never, if this was just one-time occurrence, if I didn't have, because I know the real thing is just Keldon Johnson, because you get so angry about Keldon Johnson. By the way, I like Keldon Johnson, okay? And I've been very adamant in saying, hey, if we keep Keldon Johnson, I'm okay with it because he's a ultimate leader. I've said that so many times that Keldon Johnson is a great leader. Actually, hold on. Here we go. Keldon Johnson just showed great leadership. What Keldon has done makes no sense. Let's see. And that was me actually. That was actually me complimenting him, because you can see right here, how the heck did he improve like this? Don't let the stats fool you. Keldon Johnson looked good. Keldon Johnson is San Antonio, and I talked about some of the charity work he's done. Like, I like Keldon Johnson, but it's not good enough for me to just be like, hey, this other player had a bad game, but he's young. I can't say that. I got to say he's absolute garbage. He is dog water. Like, that's what you want me to say, and that's not true. That's not how I see it. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Keys Clan, I respect you, man. I respect you, too. But you know the levels to which you criticize these guys is not the same. Saying he's bad for one guy, the doing 20-minute segments on another is not the same thing, man. Of course it's different. I've said this so many times. The reason why it's different is their age. The difference is how long they've been with the team. That's what makes it different. Yeah, it does actually make it different. It makes it different as far as what role, what I expect of them, what are they doing on both ends of the court, their game overall. I don't look at stats that often. I rarely care. But that's what I'm talking about. Now, we'll look at like advanced metrics or whatever. But yeah, no, it's not. It's not. You can't criticize every single player the same way. Would you criticize LeBron James the same way you criticize Bryn Forbes? No. You can't. You gotta do it on a scale. What is it that you're expecting out of them? What are they bringing? And is it worth it? How long they've been in the league? It's a lot of different things. So yeah, I would criticize a fifth-year player harsher than I would a guy that just got with the team. Of course I would. Brent Forbes. Did I say Brent Forbes? I meant Brent Forbes. Yeah. You wouldn't judge them the same way. Yeah, of course there's different levels. I've never denied that. All I said was what expecting out of me is say that Sochan is trash, and I don't think that he's trash. I think that he's been playing pretty well, actually, and there's a lot of improvement from his first year to second year already. Shooting wise is a substantial difference, and that's what kept him ninth in that draft. It's because he couldn't shoot, but he's fixing that. He's working on that, and it's a huge jump. I haven't seen that huge jump with Keldon. Over the last 3 years, he's been the exact same player. So of course I would be slightly harsher. It will be the same way with Vassell. The only reason why Vassell gets a little bit of lax from me is because of his talent level, and because you can play him on both ends of the court and not necessarily be a liability, but also because Devin Vassell, last year he was hurt for so often. So it's kind of like, I gotta kind of even it out a little bit, I can't just like go in on Vassell all the time. Preach, Clan. You get what I'm saying. At least Ellenox get it. I don't know. Swish Hill. Okay, Swish Hill right here. Swish Hill says, hold on. Hold on, Swish. Hold on, Swish. This is what we're going to do. Everyone's going to look at this. Oh, wait, can I scroll in? Oh, I can. Oh, that's so beautiful. Look how beautiful that is. Keldon has played 268 NBA games. Sochan has played 102. It's pretty fair to expect more poise out of one. Exactly. Of course. So you can't just say, Clan, dude, why are you going so in on this one player for so long, but then you're not doing it with a second year player? Well, maybe I expect a little bit more. Exactly. Poise. Maybe I expect a little more. Sorry. Excuse me for expecting a little bit more. I get it. Thank you. Thank you, Durant. Why do you have that little thing on your, it's like a box around your name. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. It's pretty cool though. Does it mean you've been following for a long time? I have no idea. No, that wouldn't make sense because Ruru been following for a long time. And by the way, Ruru, I love you. You made me mad, but I love you. Like, seriously. I think you're cool. Seriously. I truly do like you. You're cool. Your takes are awful, okay? And you're often wrong, and you're wrong again, but I do like you. You're cool. Let's see. What did she say? He plays piss poor. He doesn't have to sit and address why. Keldon, Devin, and Wemby have to face it, good or bad. F that. Wait, I'm so confused. What? Wait, what? Have I said anything bad about Wemby? What? Are we talking about me? Who are we talking about? I don't think I've said anything. Like, truly, I don't think I've said anything negative about Wemby until now. I said that he's very, like, turnover prone, but he's like a rookie. Even if Wemby wasn't having the season he's having right now, I would still have his back if people were calling him trash or a bust like they were in the summer league. Like, he's a first-year player. I don't. And Devin, I mean, at least he was hurt last season. I don't know. I don't go in on Devin that often because he's so talented, and we can at least play him on the defensive end, and he brings something to the table. If his shot isn't going, he's a pretty good passer, pretty good facilitator. He has a lot in his game, a lot of creativity with how he gets to the basket, a lot of creativity, and some. I don't know. He's one of those where I want to hold on to him. I think we got something. I think I want to hold on to it. Yeah, but I don't know what you're talking about. And I've said this so many times. I don't know how many times I got to improve it, but if you're in your first or second year, yeah, you're not going to find me like going on a hate tirade of a player, okay? Unless it's so bad to the point where it's like, okay, this player has no reason to be on the court right now, which I don't feel that way with Sochan. I think he's done a good job. At that size, as him being a glue guy, which that's what he's going to be in the NBA, his defense, especially his defense, he needs to be out there. He deserves to be out there. He's very talented. He does a lot of dirty work for us. Unfortunately, it's just not the same thing with Keldon. Swish says, wait, did I miss it? Nobody's protecting Jeremy. He just has a looser leash because he is in his second year. Same reason nobody flamed Keldon in his second year. Exactly. I didn't go in on Keldon his second year, his second year. I didn't talk about Keldon at all. I feel like it's the time in which these players I think it's the time in which they were drafted on the team, because I kind of believe that if it was flipped, right, and Keldon was in his second year, I feel like I would be protecting Keldon. Like, seriously, I feel like I would be protecting Keldon right now. I feel like everyone would say trade Keldon. But because he has some years under his belt, and, you know, when he dunks and he yells and people get excited and makes them feel good. Okay, that was pretty condescending. Oh, man. What did Ruru say? I'm fading back to my bias and chill. Sorry for the detour, folks. Just had to prove a point. You proved no point at all, Ruru. There was no point to be had. Let y'all get back to the love fest for sensational Sochan. I didn't mean to hit that. Love fest. This entire segment I've just been talking about how great Sochan was. Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Anything else? Anything else we want to talk about? Clan, you want to make me a mod? Oh, heck yeah. I've seen you enough. Hold on. Let's make you a mod. Crap, I can't make you a mod from there. Hold on. Wait, can review and remove chat. No. Okay. I'll make you a mod. All right. With great power comes great responsibility, all right? Don't do anything crazy. All right? All right, don't do anything crazy. But hold on, so the sensational Sochan, Keldon went through COVID his first year. So that's why, okay. So that's why you won't criticize Keldon, but you'll criticize Sochan because Keldon went through COVID his first year. Actually, no, he didn't. Did he? No, that wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. When was Keldon drafted? Was he drafted? Oh yeah, he was drafted during. Yeah, he was drafted during that time. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I think pre-COVID. Was he drafted in 2019? Hold on. I literally have a computer right in front of me and I'm like tripping. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Keldon Johnson draft. Let's see. 2019. No, he wouldn't have had. When did COVID become a thing? It came a thing in America in 2020, right? Let's see when he became. See what I'm saying? Oh gosh, what was your super chat, Ruru? My apologies, Jeremy. Clan said I was being mean. You really are sensational, phenomenal. Thank you for the super chat, Ruru. I do like you, okay? I truly do like you. You're just wrong all the time, but I do like you. And when it gets to a point where Keldon's gone, you'll agree. We'll be right here agreeing. You have my word, Clan. Oh, that you're going to be responsible? Good. Yeah, he was drafted in 2019. So let me look up COVID. I don't remember. There were so many people in the health and safety protocol. All right, here we go. Oh, Devin Fasell was tested positive for it too. So, okay. When was this? 2021? This is 2021. That wasn't his freshman year. When his first year? What are you talking about? I don't know. Enough of that. I'm done with this segment. Enough of that.